rest of them. Hey y'all, so we got a pretty good harvest of the butternut here. This is South Anna Butternut, and we'll talk about this today, this winter squash and food security. So growing a little of your own food is good, and I really like this for a number of reasons. One, you can see I got a bumper crop, and this is, I think, from free vines. We'll look here in a minute, and I'll talk more about how easy it was to grow all of this. But two, one of the main things you need to stay alive and eat and be healthy is calories. I know we look at them as a bad thing, but calories, fat, and protein are the main things. And this is a really great source of calories, and it's really healthy. And it's a great storage crop. These could last me up for a year if I season them right and take care of them. Now, some of them won't, like you get stuff like this. This probably won't last any time. Somebody's been eating on it. I saw a few of them with little spots on them that'll shorten their lifespan, but for the most part, these guys will last several months. And yeah, there's a lot of food in each one of these. These things are heavy. This is a small one, but still. So let me get into what it was to grow these, space and work, and maybe what this would last. In my case, a single person, but you can kind of do the math and figure out the context for yourself if you have a family. But there's a lot of food here that could add calories all the way through the significant part of a year. So let's check it out and see what we got. All right, there is everything I picked today, and most of them are really nice. Now, like I said, I have this. Even if this wasn't eat on, it's a little bit of a dud. It might not make it. But now here's a dud that's already starting to season out. Like, it's such a dud that it's not even shaped perfect. This guy actually might last. I don't know. But I counted, there's more than 15 fruit here, but there's 15 of them that I'm pretty confident that'll make it and that are a good size. Some of these guys are really good size. So let's talk about it. There's 52 weeks in a year, and you'd probably eat any food about once a week at most. So let's just say that. I'm a single person, so one of these, I usually make it into soup. One of these medium to smaller size ones would give me 2 or 3 meals, and for a family could get a meal or 2 out of one of the bigger ones, maybe even one of the medium-sized ones. So you're looking at several weeks, 15 weeks if you ate one a week. That's a big chunk. That's about a third of the year, a little less. And I've got 10 more off of this that I harvested. So you got 25 fruits. That's 1 or 2 good meals a week for 25 weeks, half a year. Pretty impressive considering. So this is kind of what I have involved in growing all of this. Space-wise, yeah, the vines went everywhere. I'm gonna flip it around. You seen when I was picking them over here on this side of the fence, and they went way over there to that little corral. I got some nice ones over there. So not so space efficient, but this is ground that wasn't really being used anyway, sort of in the corners of the property. And a lot of people don't have that. If you're urban, obviously every square inch matters to you, but a lot of people that live in the rural areas, they can only tend to so much, and they'll have a corner like this that is neglected, and so that space wouldn't matter. But As far as the amount of work, the actual grow space, like the root zone, and the part that I had to tend to was almost nothing. So I'll show you that right now. So right here is where all of that food came from, as far as root space. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4 vines here. I planted a bunch of seeds, but this space is about, I took post hole diggers and dug a hole that big, about a foot deep, put some good soil mixed in with native soil, threw a little bit of fertilizer, but not, you know, a square foot, maybe 2 square foot of grow space, not counting where the vine ran. And basically I dug the hole, put the fertilizer, the soil in, and the seeds germinated. I thinned it down to these 4 vines and watered every now and then. I did cut a few weeds out of here, but you can see not much. This is really overgrown. There was fences and stuff for the vine to grow up. And yeah, 25 fruit, nice fruit, not counting the duds, out of a 2 square foot growing area. So yeah, with not a lot of work, not a lot of effort, I grew all of this. I'll probably make most of mine into soups. There's a ton of stuff you can do with this. I've seen people make pies, obviously, soup, chili, bread, you name it. Somebody's came up with it. You can use this. You can use this in a lot of places in the kitchen. So I think this is a great crop for food security. Obviously, you got to be far enough south for it to work. It's got to be pretty warm, so it may not be for all of y'all out there. I know a lot of you are from colder climates, but if you're in a climate that can grow these, I say go for it. Pretty low effort for a lot of food. I hope that was useful to y'all, and I appreciate you watching. Y'all be good. Bye.